Hey guys, it's Vinny.
And this is Joe.
No matter what battle you're in, no matter what tournament you're facing, one of the goals is always to leave everything behind. And unfortunately, the Universe 6 Namekians were unable to do everything they could have possibly done. And Joe and I want to share that with you now. So what are we talking about? If you watched our previous episode, you know we loved this battle, especially the throwback and the vintage feeling of Piccolo using the special beam cannon to go through both of the Namekians. And it was sort of the throwback to the Raditz and Goku and Piccolo fight. Plus, we got to see Nail and Kami. So what could have been missing here that these Universe 6 Namekians could have done to possibly win? Now, do we think they would have won for real? Of course, we think that Gohan and Piccolo would have always taken them out. But they had one more thing they could have done. And because they didn't do that, it sort of leaves this empty feeling that there was more they could have brought to the fight. And if they would have done this one thing, oh my goodness, what would it have looked like? What would the battle have been pushed to? How far would Gohan have been pushed? I mean, and Piccolo himself. So what is that one thing that really they could have done to just bring themselves to the next and really the final level that they could have offered?
It could have been that they went and fused together one more time and combined all the fusions that they have already had together into one single Super Namekian. This would have been the greatest and final straw that they could have done. This would have been just putting all their eggs in their baskets. Basically, they needed to just get as much power as possible because they were fighting Gohan, and after he powered up, they couldn't actually take him out 2-on-1. So they should have figured, okay, we need to do this last thing in order to get our power all the way up, and it would have been great. We've been talking about them fusing together for a while now, how great it would be just to see them together, and they missed it. They didn't do it. I mean, they thought about it before the tournament, but not during.
We were glad to see that actually they used that tactic, that they got the fighters from Universe 6 who were willing to fuse together with them to do that. That was amazing and excellent, and I was glad that they did that. However, it was a little unfortunate that they never came up with the plan of, you know what, at the end of the day, if we can't beat them, because we're going to be erased anyway, which one of us will fuse with the other? Or if they don't want to do that fusion and fuse with each other, they could have maybe planned to use the Batara earrings on them. Now, obviously, we know they ended up using the Batara earrings for Kale and Caulifla, but the Namekians still have the ability to fuse with each other, and they just didn't take it to that next step. And the reason why it's unfortunate is because what would it have looked like if they did that? I mean, I would imagine that Gohan and Piccolo now would be completely overwhelmed with the amount of power that they would have had. And really, the goal would have been to begin to push Gohan to now further his level. So to the, mystic Gohan, like, come on, Gohan, like, finally reach the places where you are supposed to be able to reach. I still don't think we've seen that yet from him, and he needs to be pushed to that level, and this would have been an opportunity for him to be pushed there. And also, we just don't know everything that these Namekians could have offered. If they would have fused together, it would have just shown the greatest power that they could have given, but ultimately, we don't get to see that.
Yeah, just to go off the point of seeing Gohan go further with this as well, right now they're showing Goku pushing himself so far, even though that he is weak and doesn't have much energy. He's pushing himself to make himself stronger and figure out Ultra Instinct and how to get into that. I feel like they need to do that also with Gohan and also Vegeta too. Gohan, this was their opportunity to do that. I don't know when they're going to be able to do that again, to show Gohan pushing his Saiyan powers and becoming his ultimate potential that we believe that he can have. I mean, it would have been a really cool sequence to see Gohan like, whoa, where did that come from? That's the old Gohan, throwback again.
I mean, during this Tournament of Power, there's certain things that we've been waiting for, and sometimes we see them, and sometimes we don't. One of those things we're waiting for is Gohan to pick it up. One of the things we're waiting for is Frieza to do something crazy and stupid. One thing we're waiting for is Vegeta to finally reveal his true power. There's certain things we're waiting for. Of course, Goku to perfect Ultra Instinct. Jiren, how powerful is he really? There's certain things we're waiting for. And that Gohan thing is one of them. And it's like, if it doesn't happen now, there's 13 minutes left. When is it going to happen? As the time draws in, you really start to realize there's less and less time for this to happen. It may never happen. And also with Vegeta, just so you guys know, we will be coming out with a video. Something did happen with Vegeta that's really important, and many people may have missed it from this last episode. Check out one of our future episodes we're going to be doing with Vegeta. We think something serious is going on with him, so stay in tune for that. But what did you think about that? Did you think that the Namekians not fusing together was a missed opportunity? Did you want to see how powerful the two of them together would have been? Or, you know what, at the end of the day, the vintage finish with the special beam cannon and the throwback to Nail and Kami was just the right way for it to be done, and it had to be done that way. Of course, either way, we're happy with it. We did, though, feel like there was a little bit that was not left out on the field because they could have just gone that one step further. But please leave your comments below. Again, like and share the video. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet and you like the content that we deliver, go ahead and push that subscribe button and then push on the notifications so that you get all of the latest episodes. We hope you enjoyed this one. This is Vinny.
And this is Joe.
Until next time.